Micro Mages is a piece of NES homebrew developed by Morphcat Games. You may know it from the video How We Fit an NES Game into 40 kilobytes. I sure know the game, considering the fact that I've spent over 20 hours in it. It's safe to say that I'm satisfied with my purchase. Today, I'll be sharing some tips and tricks for beginners. The movement set in Micro Mages is fairly straightforward. First off, you have walking, which you can do with the left and right arrow keys. Then you have jumping, which you can do with the A button, or the X key. Next you have shooting, which can be done with the B button or Z key. If you hold up, you can aim upwards, which will allow you to shoot upwards. Holding down makes you do a little dance. Pretty basic, pretty easy to learn, fairly straightforward, but there's another move that I personally, at least, did not know of when I began playing. It's listed in the manual, but who reads manuals, am I right, fellow Gen Zers? If you hold down Z and then release it, you'll actually release a more powerful blast, a charged up blast. It has a longer range and it does more damage. If while you're in midair, you hold down and release the Z key after holding it, you'll actually boost yourself, kind of like a double jump. Micro Mages is a very vertical game, so this can be very useful. Anyways, that's tip number 1. On to tip number 2. You may occasionally come across flags in Micro Mages. They're checkpoints, and if you touch them, they will activate, and upon death, you will respawn where the flag is. However, you can actually break the flags instead. This will earn you points, which are useful, as getting 16,000 points, I believe, can actually grant you an extra life. One thing you can do is break them in earlier stages, and then you will get extra lives, and then you can use those extra lives in later, harder stages. Tip 3. Occasionally you'll come across this bird power-up. If you hold X while in midair, you will fly for a short amount of time before falling to your demise. However, if you let go right before you are about to fall, and then you start holding X again, you will actually continue flying. And this can be done infinitely, essentially giving you infinite flight. You will drop 1 or 2 pixels because, you know, you're falling just for a split second. But this can be very useful. Tip number 4. There are these big skeletons. If you walk up to them and you touch them, you will take damage. If you shoot them, they will shake and then explode into bones. If you touch the bones, you will also take damage. What you may not know is that while they're shaking, you can actually run past them without taking any damage. This can be very useful if you're in a pinch. Anyways, that's all the tips and tricks I have for Micro Mages. I think that Micro Mages, as a fun little romp, is a 10 out of 10. And I recommend you buy and play it. The developers are incredibly talented. I haven't played any of the other games, but I'm sure they're also great. Maybe I'll play those on this YouTube channel. Yeah, bye.